Let's be honest. If you play Genshin, you've probably spent just as much time planning banners as actually playing the game. Every patch brings new leaks, new hype, and a fresh round of debates about which character is really worth your hard-earned Primo Gems. The next stretch of banners, from 5.8 all the way to 6.3, is absolutely stacked. And Hoyoverse is not holding back. We've got new faces, long-awaited reruns, and a few curveballs that could totally mess with your plans if you're not ready. So before you throw your gems at the first shiny animation you see, let's break down exactly what's coming, who's worth saving for, and how you can dodge that classic "I pulled too early" regret. Grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's get straight into the roadmap, because you do not want to miss what's next. Skirk's banner is finally here, and if you're thinking about pulling for her and want to take advantage of a special version 5.7 discount, let me introduce you to Loot Bar. It's a fast, secure, and super reliable website to top up your Genesis crystals. On Loot Bar, you'll find prices with up to 25% discounts compared to in-game prices. And a super simple process. Just select the amount of Genesis crystals you need, enter your UID and server, and complete the purchase. Everything is done securely, so your items are delivered straight to your account without any stress. In addition to Genshin Impact, on Loot Bar you can also top up other games like Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves. And if you play on other platforms like PS5 and Xbox, you can also top up at Loot Bar. Click the link in the description and register to get an additional 10% discount coupon that can be combined with all other discounts. Just a heads up, all this info is based on leaks and past trends that have been pretty solid, but nothing's guaranteed until it's actually in the game. New character leaks are usually more accurate than rerun predictions, so stay flexible and don't take every rumor as fact. Let's start with 5.8. The big new face is Ineffa, a 5-star electro polearm who looks straight out of a sci-fi anime. If you haven't seen her kit, it's really fun. She's built to boost electro-charged teams with a shield that scales off her attack and a robot buddy, Velsitar, that zaps enemies. Her burst keeps Velsitar active and raises your team's elemental mastery for a while. Her lunar electro-charged mechanic powers up reactions for extra damage, and her constellations add explosions, energy, and AoE damage when thunderclouds are around. She's looking like the top electro-charge support. Banner-wise, HumDG Cat, who's almost always right, says 5.8 will feature Ineffa as the new 5-star, plus reruns for Milani, Chaska, and Citlali. That's a big Natlan send-off. Fitting since it's the last patch for the region. The surprise? No Yellen rerun, even though she's getting a new skin. Breaking Hoyoverse's usual pattern. If you need any Natlan units, this might be your last chance for a while, so plan your pulls. Jumping to 6.0, get ready for the Nod Krai region. First half brings a new Electro-male DPS for electro-charged teams. Second half, a new Geo-female focused on Crystallize. Every region launch usually has an Archon rerun. Fontaine started with Zhongli. Natlan had Raiden Shogun, so expect either Venti or Farina. Venti fits if the story goes through Natlan. But if the Geo unit drops later, Farina could rerun too. Which Natlan character reruns depends on who's left out in 5.8, so watch for last-minute changes. Looking ahead to 6.1, we're expecting a new 5-star Pyro female, known by the codename Pyro Escapeta, to make her debut. Alongside her, there's a good chance we'll see another Natlan rerun, depending on who's left out in the previous patch. There's also the possibility of an Archon rerun here. If Venti or Farina didn't show up in 6.0, this could be their window. The specifics get a bit less clear at this point, but overall that's the lineup most people are predicting for this patch. For 6.2, Pyro mains finally have something to look forward to. A new Pyro male designed as a vaporized DPS, which is something Natlan has been missing. Besides Mavuika, Pyro hasn't had much spotlight, so this new character could really shake things up for those teams. Normally, we'd expect an Archon to release around this time, but all signs suggest Nod Krai won't have a new Archon. There haven't been any credible leaks about the Tsaritsa being playable during the 6.x cycle, so it looks like Hoyoverse is skipping that tradition here. Now, 6.3 is shaping up to be the most anticipated patch yet, with Columbina set to take center stage. According to Leaker White, her banner is locked in for this patch, and Hoyoverse is going all out. A cinematic teaser is coming around July 25th, and there's a full animated short featuring her dropping in 6.0. While her kit is still under wraps, rumors say she'll be a 5-star Hydro DPS who could really change the meta, fitting perfectly into top teams like Vaporize, Bloom, and Hyperbloom. With no Archon coming for Nod Krai, It's clear Hoyoverse is betting big on Columbina to be the region's main draw, both for the story and for sales. The hype is huge, and honestly, I'm excited to see how it plays out. There's also an Animo female coming in the second half of 6.3, and she's rumored to be built for Swirl Bloom teams, a niche playstyle that's never really had its own dedicated character before. If Columbina ends up being the go-to Hydro enabler, this Animo unit could be the missing piece for creative team comps. One more thing to watch is reruns and Chronicled Wishes. Sumeru's backlog is getting pretty ridiculous. Sino, Nahida, Al-Haytham, and others haven't had reruns in ages, so a Sumeru Chronicled Wish in early 6.x seems almost certain to help clear the queue. Munchstadt's situation is even more extreme. Eula and Albedo have been missing for 11 patches, and Klee and Venti are overdue too. Since Munchstadt has fewer characters, their Chronicled Wish will probably show up later, maybe around 6.4 or 6.5, once things settle down and Hoyoverse wants to tap into that nostalgia. With all that in mind, who are you saving for? Is Columbina living up to the hype? Or are you holding out for that Pyro DPS in 6.2? And what's your take on Ineffa's kit? Overhyped or actually meta? Drop your thoughts in the comments. That's it for today's video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.